Start learning Mandarin because we're over.
Avast, ye swabs! Use these pronouns or lose your jobs. Yes, the Navy's new pronoun tips will make you wish you went down with the ships. An official U.S. Navy video has gone viral, and like the monkeypox I spread at that key party, not for a good reason. But you're going to love this. Here's two engineers with the Naval Undersea Warfare Center talking about using the right pronouns.
Using the right pronouns is a really simple way to affirm someone's identity. It is a signal of acceptance and respect.
If it's a signal of acceptance and respect, how do we go about creating a safe space for everybody?
All right. I'm sorry, but the only space you should be concerned with being safe is America. That's the military's mission. Not your feelings. It's not your feelings. It's our security. But still, I bet it was a good question.
That's a good question. A really good way to do that is to use inclusive language. Instead of saying something like, hey guys, you can say, hey everyone, or hey team.
Yeah, and now that you say that, another way that we could show that we're allies and that we accept everybody is to maybe include our pronouns in our emails, or like we just did, introduce ourselves using our pronouns.
Ah, this is a cult. To show that we're allies, you mean like England? I mean, you guys work together. That means you're already allies. Unless you're saying you aren't allies until you accept my pronoun? God forbid I misgender someone.
But what would I do if I misgender someone?
I think the first thing to recognize is that it's not the end of the world.
Whew, thank God for that. You know what would be the end of the world? Launching a nuclear missile and triggering World War III. Maybe concentrate on that stuff. Unserious buffoonery. Sorry, I have my priorities backwards. So do you correct yourself and move on?
You correct yourself and move on, or you accept the correction and move on. The most important thing I can tell you is do not put the burden of making you feel good about your mistake on the person that you just misgendered.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Thank you. You're welcome. So somewhere there's a general in China going, this is going to be easier than I thought. And he's right. While other countries beef up their defenses, we're obsessing over words. I wonder what that's like.
All right, everyone, let's make sure we're using the right pronouns in the workplace. It's important to create a safe space for our coworkers. Like you would never say, he's a drunk loser. Just say, my coworker is a drunk loser. You take out the pronoun, it's not offensive. And we can't assume someone's gender. It could be a he. It could be a she. It could be a they. Any questions?
What about us? We are they. We are more than one person, but we are one. Join us.
Yes, thank you, they. Nice to hear from them there. That's all for today.
Jamie, I hate to explain a skit, but I have to say, I was thinking about the fact that they keep using they now as the pronoun for singular people, and that pisses me off. But why don't you just come up with a new frickin' pronoun? That's why. So I just figured they, being a group of people, should be offended.
Great point, team.
Thank you.
This is the craziest.
Yes.
Like, I was watching and I'm like, are these guys like AI? Like,
Yeah.
what are we watching? It's just I hope whoever made this video doesn't build the submarine. Like, what is this? I'm just like so confused. I was talking to a buddy of mine, a really good friend of mine about this. He lives in Kentucky. His pronouns are he and haw. Do you know what my other problem with this is? And I don't know how to make this point. So I feel like it's too much information.
Yes.
To give everybody.
Right.
So, like, I'm just meeting you. I've never met someone before. And I'm going, my name's Jamie, and my pronouns are like he and him. What if you never talk to me again? It's just like so much information.
Right.
If you never, what if we never talk? It would be like me going like, hi, my name's Jamie. I was born with a penis, thinking about hanging onto it. And I love vaginas. Who's your friend?
Yeah. But Kat, what he's talking about is precisely the problem, which is that since when is the workplace an environment for your own self-actualization? We used to just get up, go to work, and think about what you're having for lunch, and then go home. You don't sit there and go like, "Oh, Kat better not be mean to me," or Greg better not. Do you know what I mean? It's like, when did this become acceptable?
Well, yeah, it's not everybody's self-actualization either, because if you want to use they as a singular gender-neutral pronoun, that's fine. I'll call you they. But don't say that I can't use you guys as a gender-neutral, because I'm from the Midwest, and that's part of my culture.
Exactly.
So that is offensive to me.
Also,
you guys, I'm never going to stop with the you guys. And again, that video, the production value was trash. Like, it's the U.S. government made that. They have unlimited resources. Like, you couldn't get Demi Lovato?
Well, she's not, whoa. You know, maybe they underproduced this Mercedes on purpose.
Did they do more than one take and that was the best one they had?
Yeah.
It was produced. I mean, it should be running on Nickelodeon at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, for crying out loud, they're exposing this all to our children anyways. Just throw in the drag queen and we'll be all set to go. But look, the reality is that with these pronouns, just think about it. If you're going on the battlefield and you're like, there's a grenade. Like, what do you, I mean, by the time they're gone.
Yeah,
because you don't have time.
Then you assume there's more than one person when you say they.
The video would have been more entertaining if they would have asked a drag queen.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. At least that's entertaining. Charles, you were in the Air Force, which is like the Navy, except with planes.
Oh. Yeah.
So I understand. Okay, so I understand in any, like, not everybody's on the battlefield, so you have a lot of young people that are behind the scenes. They're maybe doing, like, transcriptions and stuff. So you got, like, so you come in as you got old guard coming in with a young generation that are being spoon-fed this stuff in college. Why don't they shut it down instead of feeding this stuff? I mean, why can't the military grow some balls?
Oh.
That's a great question.
They can't, because it's not possible.
I mean, well, I can just tell you when I was in, it was just, sir, yes, sir, no, sir.
Right.
Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and that was it. I mean, this is mind-boggling. I agree with you. We might as well hand China the keys to the country.
Yes.
I mean, it's ridiculous. At this point, why? It's dumb. It's so dumb. I cannot believe our military has gone down this road, but it's all over. You know, I spoke to a Marine drill sergeant the other day, and listen, maybe they used to go too far when they would punch people in the stomach for no reason. Okay. But it's the complete opposite now. You can't hurt someone's feelings in boot camp.
That's crazy.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
This is sick. This is crazy. We are ill-prepared for this world that we're entering.
Yeah.
That we're in now, rather.
They're lowering standards, so even I could probably enlist. And I might, because I'm a hero.
You probably go in as an officer, though, like a 5-star general.
I would go in as a 5-star general, and I at least get one of those big, giant, what are those flat boats?
Yeah.
What are they called?
Well, you're well on your way.
No, the ones with the things land on them.
The aircraft carrier.
Landy
aircraft carrier. You should know that, Charles. All right, I guess we got to move on. Okay, we will move on then.